Hello, everybody. It's the Defunct Archive here, and I wanted to talk about the Birdman doxing and his other various misdeeds. I do not take any credit of anything that is in here. Link in the description to Just Your Nightmare. He is the person that actually had this information. He's around the same size as me, so please go support him. It's just really, really bad. So who's the Birdman? To put it simply, he's kind of like the anti-woke YouTuber, where he generally criticizes people like the Critical Drinker and Mulder for what they say and what they do, and is kind of critical of just them in general, especially with their film critiques. This alone wouldn't be bad, but he does have a repeated history of just being really, really bad, like threatening random people with lawsuits just because, and then being like, "Oh well, it's okay because I didn't dox him." That was with Kino Films. He has a really bad past of people pointing out the lies of him or taking criticism or correcting him with facts, and he'll generally play the race card, and we'll see that again later on. So what happened? Well, there was a squabble between the Yellow Flash and the Birdman because obviously, they're kind of at odds. One's is an anti-woke YouTuber. He's kind of the anti-woke YouTuber, and which then obviously generally on Twitter it ends up in a pissy match. But generally pissy matches don't go this far. So what did he do? Well, of course, he went on Google and Reddit and then randomly got a random man that was from the Yellow Flash's chat that had cancer and posted his details thinking that it was the Yellow Flash, in which it also included his name and the approximate state location. Now, I'm not going to search for it or try to fish for it, so we have to take just your nightmare's word for it. It does say a location that has a pretty low population, which is a little. No, it makes it a lot worse because now you can actually find that man. When called out, instead of actually addressing that he randomly doxed a cancer patient that was a chatter, he instead said, well, it was actually for the Yellow Flash. Like, that makes it any better. It makes it worse that it was a random person with cancer, but it's still extremely bad to say, well, I just missed my target. I was shooting at that guy and hit the guy in the back. You were still shooting at someone. So let's actually read it. No, we're not making fun of people with cancer. The image was posted because that's who people said he was. I don't know anything about the Yellow Flash too. So instead of taking accountability and being like, I messed up, I randomly gave personal information of somebody else to a bunch of people online, he just says, well, we're not doing this, we're just doing this. For his defenses to be true of oh, well, I didn't know, he would have to not click on the link, share whatever was there, and then not verify anything that was in there. That level of laziness is so bad faith, which just shows him as a person. But I don't believe that because he shared a little bit more than that. And especially with how he got it, that he specifically searched for the Yellow Flash to get information about him and use it against him. That is something where it's like you could not go and give him that courtesy. This was malicious and this was to incite harassment. Whether or not he goes and tries to pull the wool over your eyes is your problem, but that's what happened. And why did he do this? To quote your nightmare in his own video, and I have verified it. The Birdman got called fat. He got angry and he tried to go and search for anything online about the Yellow Flash. What is this? So after a lot of backlash, what did he do? What he always does, act like a man-child and try to do damage control rather than just admitting that he was wrong. Because why would you want to be wrong? So how does he counter it? By not understanding what doxing is. He says doxing is purposely revealing information that is not already public. That's incorrect. Doxing is the sharing of information that's not supposed to be public, or at least not public in the way that you might think. So even if something's on a board or something's like public information, quote unquote, if it is restricted to a singular area where you just want it there and you start getting your hands and trying to research and trying to spread this information way wider than it's supposed to be, that would constitute doxing. Under Birdman's logic, if your social security is online somewhere and I can go grab it, therefore that's not doxing. That's not giving away information from people. He tries to make a bad faith example where it's like, oh, if I do it with Piers Morgan is a celebrity. He's not trying to hide this stuff. This, on the other hand, is some random guy that would probably need to get a lawyer to get that taken down, or would have to go and specifically search for himself, in which he's not going to find himself there, in which then he would need to contact Reddit to then try to take it down. But earlier he also says, I don't know who you are, but you're spreading lies to me. This was against Nightmare. Said, I deleted nothing. If you can't see the post anymore, it's something Flash did. I posted the wrong person, admitted it, and posted a correction image in the same thread you were lying about. That's not true. Let's actually go look at the Twitter thing. If we just go over to the post that he made, it says it's deleted by the author. So he's just trying to lie. Also, remember he said nobody knew their name? Yeah, that was incorrect. It was the name and the general location of the person that was in a very low populated town. And that's what Birdman shared. He also tries to lie, trying to respond in full knowledge, saying that everybody thought the image was Yellow Flash because he looks identical to a video that Flash shared. It's like, even if that was the case, it's like, that's not great. In full knowledge, you still dox somebody because you thought it was somebody else. He also says, like, he will not accept it. He's like, let me stop you right there. Who the fuck are you? Nobody cares about you. Just insulting him. This is because he does not actually have a counter to anything, because he does not want to actually accept that he's wrong. After all this, you want to know what happened? Yellow Flash made a joke saying that you look like Beetlejuice. Basically calling him ugly. And so then Birdman did the only thing that he could do. Play the race card. And just say he's racist, he's racist, he's racist, he's racist. It's just disappointing that he tried to share personal information of somebody else because he thought it was somebody that he didn't like, which even if I gave him everything, certain parts of the story just wouldn't add up. And then he tried to backtrack on certain parts as well, and he does not understand what doxing is, and so on and so forth. And what's worse is that if anybody actually calls him out or correct him, he'll just act like a child. And he'll just be like, oh, block, block, block. But anyways, this is the Defunct Archive. Don't be like this person. Bye-bye.